Hey everyone, welcome to Facebook Training Part 1. I am going to record this so you'll have access to it at all times and can replay and rewatch as needed. And then as you have additional questions based on this training, you can feel free to reach out to me on Facebook via Facebook chat. If I do not respond to you in, 4 to 8 hours, not 48 hours, that means your chat probably got lost in a mix of chats. So just ping me again, and I will do my best to get all your questions answered and be respectful of your time and my time. So let's get going. So first off, why would we want to learn Facebook training? We're all marketers here. All of you are either on my team or have joined the Facebook training via my coaching that I offer. So you're all sometime a direct sales network marketers doing some type of advertisement that you need to get the message out. And Facebook, in my opinion, is the most powerful tool to do that for lots of reasons because, how much of the population gets on Facebook every day? A lot. So it is something that people are already on. We don't have to chase them down. It's free. And the probably the most important thing is as you, whether you're attempting to attract customers or other leaders, especially if you're trying to get other leaders, or if you have a system where it's customer based, that's okay because you still have to find people. So it's free, it's duplicatable. So as you grow a team, you can teach your team this system and know that they have something they can start doing right away to add value and brand themselves and start building their leadership team or their customer base team. So it brands you. That is super important. I've made the mistake over the years of marketing to brand the company I was with, and then something crashes and burns with that company, or it's just not a good fit or whatever, and then you have all this stuff you spewed out on your Facebook page and you're no longer with that company. So you really want to make sure you're branding yourself in the process of becoming a leader and a marketer. And again, it's duplicatable so your team can jump on and do the same things you're doing. Massive exposure. I mean, we can go to the coffee shop and maybe run into one or two strangers and do the old school 3-foot rule, figure out a way how to approach them. Well, I mean, that's okay to a certain point, but it's probably not something that anybody wants to do for a long-term basis. And, once you've exhausted your warm market, then what? The biggest complaint that I hear from all marketers is they don't know where to get leads and prospects. And so there's, you can have a blog, you can have a website, you can do YouTube, you can do Instagram, you can do all those things, but for the average person that's doing network marketing, they're still working full time. They don't have time or the skill set to do all that. So we're going to master one thing that is free and anybody can do. Now, I will tell you up front, the method I'm going to teach is going to require some discipline. But once you have that discipline, then it's just like anything else. It becomes a ritual for you and you don't really break it too often. Now, it is your Facebook page. You guys are all adults. You can do what you want. But I'm going to teach you a system that has been proven to work. It's going to get you a ton of exposure. You control it as long as you don't get thrown in Facebook jail, which, sometimes they're weird. You get thrown in Facebook jail, which just means they, shut down your account for a short period of time for unknown reasons. But for the most part, I've never had my Facebook account put on hold or anything. So if you follow the steps, you should be fine. You can reach your target market, because I do YouTube videos, which a lot of people don't want to get on video, but it's a little bit harder to find your target market because you have to know SEO and all kinds of things. So you're going to get quality signups because on Facebook, you're going to attract people that, you're going to build a know, like, and trust factor kind of right up front. So be yourself. Don't try to, mimic me or some other leader because you want to have a team full of leaders and customers that resonate with who you are, because then it's going to make the experience fairly positive for everybody that's involved. And there's people getting on Facebook every single day. There's people turning 18 every single day, and they're all on Facebook for the most part. If not, then they're the ones kind of missing the boat. So lots of things to think about when we're on Facebook. But today, the main thing we're going to cover, and I have some notes off to the side, so if you hear the paper shuffling, that's what that is, because I want to make sure I cover some of the most important parts. And I will also have a Word document or PDF here pretty soon with just some of the basic things that I'm covering on this webinar as well. So you have a little cheat sheet I'm going to get that done this weekend is my plan. So it depends on when you're watching this, it may already be done. But we want to think about, so the biggest, if you're a network marketer and you've been in this industry for a while, or if you're brand new, either way, we have to make sure that we're adding value on our Facebook page. So most marketers are just blasting their Facebook page with their links, before and after picture. They're just spamming everybody, and you're knocking out about 90% of your market right in the beginning, because not everybody is going to relate to that. But as you build your profile properly and you add value and you're addressing the things that, think about yourself when you're writing your post, and we'll get down to that. But I want to give you kind of an overview. Most people in life in general are struggling with, mindset. They lack skills. They lack process skills. They don't want to harass their friends and family. They hate being rejected. They don't know how to generate leads, and they don't know how to close and sell their prospects, and they don't know how to train their team for duplication. So those are all things that you can easily do on Facebook, and you're going to turn, a cold market into a warm market. And I found that, for the most part, people on Facebook, you can warm up to them very quickly, because you can learn so much about a person on their Facebook profile. You can learn about, kids, dogs, their passions, and then you can easily start a conversation with them right off the bat on something that, they are interested in, versus if you meet a stranger at the coffee shop, maybe they're reading a book and you can talk about that, but that's the only thing that you have to go from. So, and this way you're going to get, quality customers, quality sign-ups, and you're automatically going to have a customer base and a team leadership base that already knows, likes, and trusts you. So you're going to have an attentive market. It's going to be amazing. And in part two, I'm going to go into more of these concepts, but we want to think about the pain of our industry. But first of all, we have to get our profile page set up properly. So I'm going to head over to my profile page, and this is going to be one of the most important things that you do in this training, and we can't go any further until you get this part done, okay? Because when someone sends you a friend request on Facebook, what is the first thing you do? You look maybe at their photos. You look at their timeline real quick, you glance at their intro. If they have a gray head, then you're definitely not going to friend them. Or if they have a picture of their cat or something, it's probably not good. You're probably not going to friend them. So we want to make sure that our profile is set up properly. So the first thing is you want to have an engaging cover photo. It needs to be of you with a nice big smile. I did this in Canva. It's not my favorite. I'm probably going to redo it here pretty soon, but some type of lifestyle photo that represents you. So maybe you and your family, you and your kids, if you love water, just make sure it's a picture of you smiling, a good photo shot of you. Doesn't mean you have to go out and spend money or anything, but have a nice cover photo that represents who you are. And my theme, for the reason why I have Breaking Through Average, is because that's kind of my theme for 2017. I do coaching, and so that's what I coach around, is breaking through average. Because in this day and age, you do not want to be average. That means lots of negative things. So, and then your profile picture needs to be another close-up of you smiling, not of a bumblebee or you standing on your head in a yoga position or your cat or your favorite dog or anything. You, by yourself, you. Now this one, your cover photo can be you and your family, but this needs to be of you, okay? And our phones take amazing pictures, so if you don't have a good photo of yourself, take one. Get a friend to take one of you. That is super easy to do. You guys should have your profile page set up in 2 to 3 days. It should not take you weeks on weeks. If it does, then this probably isn't for you. Okay, so good quality pictures there. And you want to move over to your intro. This intro needs to speak strongly of who you are and what you want to represent. So I think it's important for people to know that I'm retired military. That for a lot of people that has a lot of positive connotations to it. But now I'm an entrepreneur, home-based marketer, enjoying life to its fullest. Short and sweet, describe yourself, again, but be you in this. Don't try to be someone else in your intro. Keep it short and sweet. Here's another important part. You really only want to, this is something new that Facebook added, so I just noticed that 3 to 4 bullet points, no more. So if I go to your page and you have like 15, pick the things that matter. So now I'm an entrepreneur at Go Big with Leanne, which is my fan page, which is not up where it needs to be. So don't go there for an example. um, this goes into my military experience, my college, where I live, and I became a member on Christmas 2007. Wow, I'd like to know what I was thinking that day because I don't know when Facebook came about. Somewhere probably around there. So super important. Your intro, these 4 bullet statements, 3 to 4. Um, Pick the ones that you think are important. Okay. And then I still need to probably get a little bit better pictures, but these are good examples of what you need. You only want 3 pictures here. Okay. Make them energy pictures. This is me. Obviously, that's high energy. It's not a very clear photo, so I still need to probably hone that picture a little bit. This is me speaking. So anything that kind of represents you as a leader, because what we want when people come to your profile, we want them to see leadership qualities. Okay, we don't want to see drama. We don't want to see a bunch of spams of your business link, or what, how sick you were the day before, or how much you hate your job, blah, blah. You see it all day long. You want people to come to your page and see that you're a leader. So 2 of you, and one, of kind of power, fun pictures. If you have a nice, good lifestyle picture that looks fun, engaging, and here was me at a class reunion with a girlfriend, so I need to update that one. I've got some more recent pictures. Okay, so 3 pictures there. Then people look at this, your photo section. So this one was a little bit challenging to me because I didn't know how things showed up here. So I had a whole bunch of random things here. You have to go in and tag yourself in things that you want to show up here. Okay, so you want this to represent lifestyle, quotes that people can read. My grandbaby always gets tons of likes and posts. Me out having fun with girlfriends, me with high school friends. So a mix of lifestyle, quotes, things that people can at a glance read. So a lot of your quotes, they will not show up very well over here, so you do not want to tag them. And you control what shows up over here by what you tag. Okay, so as you tag yourself in a quote, then it's going to land over here. And this is some stuff that you may have some questions on once you start the process. Okay, then the other thing you need to do is go over here. When you go to your about, this is what's going to show up. So make sure you have whatever information you want to have here. And the thing, we want to kind of keep some mystery in what we're doing, because I don't think anybody can come to my page and see what business I represent right off the bat. So you want to have that curiosity factor on your page, so they're just like, I like what I see, but I have no idea what she does. Basic contact information. What do you want people to know about you? Keep this as professional and general as possible. Details. I still need to update my about. This is where you should have a bio. I don't click on this on anybody else's page hardly ever, but I think people do. So we want to have a nice bio here, and I have it written. I just haven't added it in here. So, and if you have any other favorite quotes, put those in here so people just at a glance can kind of get a feel for who you are. Okay. So I hope this is making sense so far. Can't ask you questions because you're not on here, but you can reach out. So good cover photo, good profile photo, a nice intro about yourself, 3 to 4 bullet statements over here, 3 good pictures of yourself. Again, mine are not the best quality. They're okay. They're not great. And then control your pictures here. So I can go over to my photos now. I had a lot of photos I had to get rid of, untag, because I had been in other companies and wasn't following the Facebook rules because I didn't know them. So you can kind of tell, back in here, this is lifestyle. But if people at a glance scan through my page, they're going to see friends, family, military, church stuff, grandkids, positive quotes, grandbaby, so they're going to see what I want them to see. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go into posting style. So in your posting style, you need to make sure that you are addressing the pain of your market and you're representing yourself as a leader. Be you, be real, be authentic, okay? But leave your dirty laundry in the laundry room or with a friend over coffee, not on your Facebook page, okay? So there's different types of posts, but we all want to be um, addressing the pain of the market, which, and first off, one of the things that you need to think about when you start this process, you really need to connect with your dream and your why. Why are you building whatever business you're building? That's going to be important because people are going to see through you really quick if you are not connected with your dream. So spend some time figuring out, what you want to represent in life, what legacy you want to leave behind. Get really connected with that dream. If it's to replace income, if it's to build residual income, if it's to make a difference in people's lives. And the cool thing about this Facebook training that I'm offering you, it works in so many different ways. So if you have a side coaching business or some things that you do outside of your marketing business, it may even, it works across the board on lots of things because it's building the know, like, and trust you factor, which is the most important thing. So, and then all your posts are going to address emotional skills, mindset skills, process skills, helping people understand, that how to get through this thing we call life. So, how I do my post every day is just basically we are the best teacher of what we need to learn most, okay? And all of us as leaders in this industry, we need to be reading daily. We need to be listening to podcasts. We need to, do some type of personal development. And as you're doing the personal development, you can easily write your post. Now, don't worry about becoming a fantastic writer or any of that. I set up, for me personally, what I do, I set up a secret page for myself where on days that I have a little more time than others, I'll put 2 or 3 posts in there, let them resonate, make sure that, I go back, make sure there's no spelling errors. I have a friend that looks at them, offers any editing, and that way, because you can get busy with life and get behind, and this is a practice, a discipline that you really need to stay on top of and keep up daily. I got a little behind over Christmas, but for the most part, I stay up on this every day. So there's different postings, and I'm just going to kind of show you a few. And then when I type up the Word document or the PDF, I'll give you more exacts of how to do this. So you're going to have, like this one I did this morning, Advance Your Learning, reminding people that knowledge alone doesn't pay. A nice quote that I used, Canva. You can use Canva or PicMonkey. Pick which one that works for you. Canva, I've used PicMonkey for a year, so it's a little bit easier for me to understand, but Canva has some nice free stuff as well. When you're doing a quote, though, don't just repeat what the quote says up here. Kind of write something else up here about what that quote means to you, how it's impacted your life. You're wanting to add value to your audience. So adding value to your audience, addressing their pains, addressing their concerns, and solving their problems, okay? You always want to be solving problems. So this would be considered like a medium post, with a quote. That's one of the things you're going to do. I posted that just a little bit ago, an hour ago. Not a ton of interaction because it's kind of telling people what they're not doing, okay? This is one, did you know? I read James Altucher. He's an interesting guy, and got to share. This is kind of a short to medium post, but no picture, okay? And you want to put these gaps in between your sentences because it makes it easier to read. If you bunch it all together, then people just slide on by, okay? But you're going to want to have a mix. You don't want to have a whole page full of quotes. You want to have a mix of quotes. And then this one is just talking about jobs that they're going away. So it's kind of addressing the pain of, people, they need to stay relevant. They need to learn new skills. And you can see kind of a trend of the topic kind of wanting to cover this week. Get them thinking about doing something different with their lives. And this will all make sense when I go into part two because you're going to find your target market here. Um, Gratitude, appreciation is one of my favorite things to talk about. It always gets a lot of likes and posts. So this would be a longer post, but see how I broke it up? No more than 3 or 4 lines to a paragraph, and then a nice picture that I found online. I actually just found this when I didn't need to redo it. Okay. You want to make sure your photos are clear. You want to make sure they take up the whole page like this one does. So you want to resize them. And guys, I'm not going to get into the techie stuff. There's YouTube and Google for that. So please don't ask me a lot of techie questions. I'll answer a few, but it's easier for you just to find a YouTube video anyways than me trying to describe how you do it. But you want, and this one I haven't tagged yet, so I'll show you an example. I'm going to tag photo just in case you don't know how to do this, and then just me. Should pop up my name, me. Okay, and then done tagging. And then when I go back to my page, it will show up over here. Okay, so since I tagged it, now it's here, and you can read that quote easily, the whole quote. A lot of quotes, like my Oprah one, you can't see the whole thing, but I'm leaving it there for now. Okay. All right. And I like to capitalize kind of the main topic of the post to kind of draw attention. That's a medium one. I haven't done a long one in a while, you'll see. This is a short one with I wrote that text on top of a Canva, but you always want to give credit. If you're taking a quote from someone, give the person credit. But I don't ever, if I find something online that has, AZ quotes or something else, I almost always redo it. So it kind of looks like it's yours, but you give credit to the author, okay? This one I didn't redo because it was perfect the way it was. This was, a one-liner. Got a lot of engagement. That's what you're looking for, because as you get engagement and likes, then Facebook is keeping your stuff up higher on people's pages, okay? And when you get people commenting, you want to comment back, so you keep your edge rank up there and people are seeing your posts. I do Facebook Lives, but that's for down the road. I hadn't done them in a while, but that's something you'll see me doing. So webinars or Facebook Lives will bring you new audience as well. Facebook Lives, they build the audience for you. It's one of the top things you can do for Facebook. But if you're scared to death of video, don't do it yet. We can talk about that in another training as you go through the process. But those are a good way to get more audience, more eyeballs on your Facebook page. And then lifestyle is one that I don't get on my Facebook page as often as I need to, but you want to have a good mix of your lifestyle, with friends, with family, grandbaby, and I just simple, grateful to be enjoying the great outdoors with my guy. Normally I'll ask a question like, what's your favorite thing to do with your spouse or something like that, so you can get more engagement. This one, 112 likes. I didn't need to ask a question to get a lot of engagement. So lifestyle pictures are always going to get the most engagement, the most likes, but you don't want. So you got to have a mix of those in there, but not your whole page, okay? But you notice there's no negativity on my Facebook page. There's no links to my business. No one has any idea what I'm doing other than like, wow, looks like she has a fun life. She's enjoying, she's getting out, she's traveling. Here is a long post. And you'll want to do these every now and then, okay? And there is so much information on the internet. Go to some of your favorite leaders, read their blogs, swipe, borrow, write it in your own words. This is one that I got from a blog and then turned it into my own words. And so this is a long post. You want to have, a long post maybe once a week. But if you're a little nervous of long post, just take a week to write it. That's okay, because you're going to be doing short posts, one-liners the rest of the week. This one did pretty well. I got 28 likes, 4 shares, which is the really cool thing of a couple people that I don't really even know that well. Lots of engagement. So that post went really well for me. And you never know. Sometimes long posts are bomb, but typically my long posts, because I've spent time with them, do really well. All right, so go back here. So I think you're getting the idea of the flow of the Facebook page. So before you move into part 2, you have to have this set up, your intro, the bullet points over here, your 3 pictures over here. Get this photo section looking of what you want people to see and know about you. So get your tagging done. Go to your photos, hide them from your timeline of things that maybe don't represent what you want people to see. Don't worry about necessarily deleting any post or going back. Before we move on to part 2, you need to have 10 quality posts. So a mix of medium in a quote, mix of short to medium, no picture, mix of a longer one with pictures. This was, nope, that's not my long one. Short, picture. So 10 quality posts, 1-liners, 4-liners, long ones, lifestyle, before we move into part 2. Okay, so this is pretty much the overview of getting your profile set up, getting your page to where when we move into process part 2, which is the process of where the rubber meets the road, but you have to have your page looking good. So you can scroll through my page and get some ideas of what it should look like, and just go all the way back. You'll see when I started this process, I think I've been doing it 2 to 3 months now. It's a very, very powerful process. I wish I would have known this when I first became a marketer. I would be a lot further along, but that's okay. The teacher shows up when the student's ready. So reach out if you have any questions. I'm going to get this training over to you so you can start going through it, getting your main page set up to where you have those 10 quality posts. If you want me to evaluate your post, again, it's your page, but if you want another set of eyeballs on them to make sure it's addressing the pain of the market, looking for adding value, offering advice, addressing mindset, because people, it's a tough world out there, so people are struggling. They're struggling to figure out how to stay positive, how to stay upbeat, so offer those solutions. My degree is in psychology, so I have a tendency to lean more towards that, but you just write what you're comfortable about, but always be thinking about the pain of the market. So we have to know the pain, dig a little bit deeper, and offer solutions. So I'm going to stop from here, and then I will get this to you and the cheat sheet, and then you can follow up with me with any questions. I got to finish my thought. So if you want to set up a secret group with just you and myself, and you post some of your first 10 posts in there for me to give you some feedback. I do that with most of my coaching clients if they want. Some don't want that, but just know that I will give you feedback strategically and just give you some suggestions. You guys can do what you want, but I know what works. But I also know that everybody has a little bit different writing style, different market that you're reaching towards. So I'll probably give, if you don't like my advice, that's okay. I'll give you some overview of why, and give you some ideas how to tweak it and make it better. So, all right, this was part 1. Get going on getting your 10 quality posts and your profile all set up, and we will be back for part 2. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.